Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, June 27, 2012. There's a lot to cover. Let's get right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. Futures right now are trading higher by $2 to $13.1750 per contract. Again, markets are holding up pretty well this morning. Looks a lot like yesterday, at least at the moment. Despite the dollar making a little bit of a move higher, the U.S. dollar index has really made a nice little surge, trading higher by 16 cents. You can see a little pullback coming in, but the futures have not given up the bid early, even despite the dollar being higher. Now, just rewinding back to yesterday's action, the dollar started out higher and then faded out, and then caught a little bit of a bid into the close, and the markets came back in. So again, watch the dollar closely today, especially after 9:30. Once the opening bell rings at the New York Stock Exchange, that'll be when the dollar really comes into play. Right now, with the light volume out there, the pre-market action, the futures are able to hold up pretty well. And as I said, at the moment, they're up about 2 points. So we'll have to watch the futures really closely throughout the morning session. And then once the opening bell rings, keep an eye on that U.S. dollar index. That'll tell you everything you need to know. A few different things going on out there. First off, we're going to start off with Europe, as always. It looks like German Chancellor Angela Merkel has said that she's not in favor of Euro bonds. So that's going to be very, very interesting, especially ahead of the big European summit that begins tomorrow. So we'll see how that all plays out. But if Germany's not on board with the Euro bonds, I'm not really sure how they're going to, create the next little bailout there for Spain, for Italy, and so forth. It looks like Italy did have a short-term auction, but yields, again, were very, very high, although they were able to move the paper. But we know who's buying that. It's going to be the ECB or the other central banks around the world. So, again, I don't want to make too much out of that, but yields are still very, very high, and that is problematic. So we'll see how that all plays out. In a little while, in a few more minutes, we're going to have the durable goods orders come out. Sometimes that could be a market-moving economic news, but again, we'll see how this market plays out going forward. So right now we have the gold down about 4 points, or $4 to $15.71 per ounce. And oil is trading a little bit higher today, even with the stronger dollar, which is a little bit unusual. So let's take a look at the GLD first. You'll see GLD is trading right at 152.13, closed at 152.62. So definitely a little downtick there for gold. Oil, USO, is trading a little bit higher today at 29.90, closed at 29.81. And as I said, spot crude is trading up about 25 cents. 26 cents to 79.62 on light sweet crude. So that's what we have to watch for, at least at the moment, and we'll see how it plays out. Now, some stocks out there in the news today. First, we're going to start off with Lennar. This is a home builder, so the stock is trading up around the 28.50 level. Decent little move, but traders should watch. There's very, very good resistance here around the $29 to $30 level. So again, I don't know how much upside is left in this one, but if the U.S. markets could rally, maybe this goes a little bit higher. It's coming off of a decent little pullback pattern, so maybe it has a little bit more follow-through. It's not really that weak of a gap or that strong of a gap. It's kind of neutral. Still looks to be a lot of resistance around the 30 level. So, again, watch this one closely. We'll see how it plays out, but very, very good resistance. Even at 29, there's still good resistance there. So I'm not sure how much higher this can go, but we'll have to see. I also believe Pulte Homes is trading higher as well. Yeah, that's catching a bid today also. Watch the 1030 to 1050 level. That would pretty much satisfy its upside move at the moment, in my opinion. I don't think it trades much higher than that. So if you own Pulte Homes, I would start to trail the stop loss, or at least look to take some profits maybe around the 1030 1050 level. But good moves on the home builders, at least to begin the session, and we'll see how it plays out. Here's another stock that I saw that was getting hit today, O'Reilly Automotive. Ticker symbol is ORLY. This stock is selling off decently. It closed at 96.44, trading at 82.63. There are a couple levels that I'm seeing here. I'm trying to get a clean read on this one. I'm thinking around that 82 level is a little bit of support. Then you're going to have to look all the way down to $75.78. It might even be as low as $74. So in that vicinity, it's hard. I know I like to give you guys the pinpoint bounce levels on scalps, but this one's a little bit of a tougher one to do. So I'm going to say it's in between 75, 78, and $74. Very, very good support in that area, though. And if it breaks through there, then obviously this thing is headed a lot lower, and you'd look at $70 even number. Okay, so that's what we're looking at the moment, and we'll see how that one plays out. Again, Google is catching a little bit of a bid. It looks like they're going to have a tablet out to compete against the Apple tablet and also against the Apple Kindle. So we'll see how that plays out. Right now, it's up a little bit, trading at 568. Nothing big, nothing bad. It's got to really. Google still needs to get above this pivot high of 584.28. If it could do that, then the stock can get back up to the 600 range. But right now, it still hasn't done that, and you still got to be cautious with the, especially in the downtrend that Google is in at the moment. Let's take a look at Amarin. I did see this one was moving. Amarin is trading lower today. So this one, I'm sorry, it's trading higher today, but well off the highs of the pre-market. Again, I think there's just a ton of resistance up here at these levels. I don't know if this thing has a lot more strength left in it. Let me just take a quick look so I can give you some decent levels here. Just give me one moment. Yeah, it looks like 1460 is going to be a wall, and that's where it's trading right now. It did trade higher earlier, but 1461, and then it's going to be 1645, and then ultimately $20. But I think it's going to be tough to even get through the 1460 level, but we'll see how that one plays out. The gap is decently strong. With this could be the last run for Amarin, in my opinion, before it really gets a significant pullback. So be careful with that one. I did see AutoZone was also trading lower. I'm not sure what the news is there. That's a pretty decent decline, trading down to 357. Let me see what I find up here in these levels. Alright, so the stock does have some support at 356. After that, it's going to be all the way down to the 347 level, and with a little support around 353, which is the 200-day moving average on the daily chart. So a couple of levels there, but that's a pretty decent fall on AutoZone. You want to be a little bit careful with that one, especially a high-priced name like that, and it doesn't trade a lot of volume. So again, be a little bit on the cautious side. Let's take a look at the futures here. Futures still are sitting right at higher by 2 points. No real change there. Again, I'm not sure what the durable goods order was, but either way, we could care less about the report. We only care about how the market reacts, and that's usually the most important thing going forward. So again, futures still up 2 points on the session. We'll see how this market plays out. But nonetheless, markets are holding steady in the pre-market. The dollar falls a little bit more. Watch the futures tick up a little bit. The dollar comes back, puts in a bullish pattern, starts to rally. Watch that as well, because that will cause the futures and the overall markets later in the day to pull back and trade lower. So we'll see how that plays out. Looks like durable goods orders are out better than expected. They rise more than expected, up 1.1% in the month of May. Not really having a huge effect on the market. Watch the dollar closely. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Right now, the dollar's pulling back a little bit, and sure enough, futures are ticking up a little bit. So that's really the bottom line. That's what everybody needs to watch for, at least going forward. Alrighty, we're going to leave it there. I want to wish you all a great trading day. We'll see you all on the charts tomorrow. Have a good one now.